Hey there, how's it going? Welcome to Loop Learnings. This is next video in the series. We are making school management system. If you have been following along, thank you. If you have not, and if you wish to, you can by watching the videos in this series. Anyway, so what we are going to do in this video, well, what we can see is we have made all the forms until now, forms that are going to be used for data entry, fetching the data, manipulating the data, basically all the CRUD operations. So we have done that. The next aspect of this application is we need to have sort of one place from where we can access all of these forms, because of course you're not going to give end users this interface to follow unless you're the only one going to use. But if it is going to be used by other users than you and multiple users, then I would suggest that to bind all of these forms into a centralized dashboard. You can call it a main screen or dashboard, whatever it is, and you can create a menu and you can sort of merge everything there. So let's go ahead and do that. So what I would like to do is I would like to perhaps copy this form, because the size would be similar. So I'm going to copy it, Control C and then Control V, and I'm going to call it main F. Now form is created. Let's go to design view, and I'm going to get rid of everything. Okay, and I'll tell you why later on. And then I'm going to remove the form header, and I'm going to go to the property sheet, and I'm going to remove any code behind this form, and I'm sure there's quite a lot of code. So I'm going to click anywhere and press Control A. It will select everything, and then I'll press delete from my keyboard. That's it, it's done. Okay, now next part I'm going to do is I'm going to expand a little bit the size, maybe the height and width, so it becomes a little bigger. And now if I'll go to the form view, there we go, that's the blank canvas we have got. So we can create the way we would like to see the dashboard. Now everyone has a different style, you're seeing different applications. What I like most is that's what I'm going to create. So whatever I'm going to create is my go-to dashboard style. Although it's a suggestion, if you like it, adopt it, great. If you don't, no worries, just use your own style, right? Okay, and I'll go to the design view. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change the caption of this form. At the moment it says manage fee collection, but it's a main form. So on the main form, what we would like to do is perhaps we would like to type a welcome message, welcome to next, or welcome to Loop School Management System, something like that. Yeah, okay. Now if I will go to the form view, this is a tiny thing, but you can see that it makes a huge difference. So welcome to Loop School Management System, great. Okay, now I'll go to the design view again, and what I like to do, I like to create some segments onto this form. So what I generally like is on the left side, I like my buttons. So to have buttons, I like to change the background. So what I do is I go to form design, I take the rectangle, this is the one, okay, and I draw it here. Okay, maybe this width, I think this is fine. Now right now the rectangle back color is white. Let's paint it perhaps to this blue. Okay, I like that. Let's shape outline transparent, and now if I will see, there you go, looks a little better, right? On this left side, this blue color rectangle will have some buttons, controls. You can decrease or increase the width of it based on your own requirements, but I think this is appropriate, or probably a little wider. We can also shorten the width of it like this. Okay, next thing I like to do is I like to have a list box here to populate the data. So we'll go to the form design and we'll fetch the list box. Okay, here we go, and probably this is the height, and we will get our list box here. There you go, and I'm going to cancel it. This is the label, so if you want to keep label, I generally get rid of it. Okay, like that. I'll go to the home, I'll do some formatting, change the text or font size to 10, and change the background color also. So we're going with bluish tone, so just change this blue color. Okay, let's go to form view, and here we go. I like to see the result immediately, how it looks like, so I can change before I move ahead. So I sort of finish that task and then move on. Okay, so now it's looking a bit better, right? So there are segments created. Probably we can change the height of it. So let's say we'll go here, maybe it's a bit high. Okay, this is better. Now I like to have a search box here and two buttons with search and show all. Why? Because sometimes you may have like student data, right? So there may be hundreds and thousands of students, so you should be able to search the student with certain criteria, which we will build later on. So dashboard videos are going to be maybe multiple videos to finish the dashboard. Okay, so just bear with me. All right, so we'll get a text box and two buttons. So I'll go to the form design, I get the text box and I put it right here, expand the width, and let's change the label to search. Okay, and we'll expand that. I'll tell you later on why, but we'll change the font color to full black. Okay, we'll keep it here, and now let's get two buttons, two controls. I'll cancel it, change the design of it, style and design. So let's get maybe this one. Okay, we'll change it to search. All right, and I would like to have icon as well, not just a text. So we'll go to the property sheet. Okay, and we'll get the picture. What I like is binocular, right? That's the good one. So text is gone, no problem. We need to have text and the icon, so we'll go here and also choose general. Okay, there you go, you got the search button. Okay, now it's not functional, but at least it's a start. All right, what else I would like to do? Well, I would like to keep the height of the button as same as the text box. Now these are minor details, but it looks these minor details, if you will pay attention as a UI or UX designer, that will make huge difference in the application aesthetic. Okay, so just use that. So how do I know what is the height of this text box? Well, I select it, go to the property sheet. That's why the property sheet is there, to tell us this information. So here's the height. I'll copy that and I'll select the button and I'll see the height of the button and I'll change that. Here we go, looks better, right? Okay, now you can change the font size of the button to 10. Looks a little better to me. And then you have another button called show all. Okay, we'll keep the binoculars. What I like to do is I would change the color of these two outlines. So probably search would be, let's say, red. Oh, that's the color fill. I like to see the outline color change, and we'll keep blue as a show all. Okay, let's select all, and here we go. If we'll go to the form view, nice. So we have a search label and a text and two buttons as well. Okay, before I move ahead, the other thing I like to do is I like to give naming. Okay, so let's give name. So let's select ListBox first. So go to the property, and to give a name, you go to the others tab on the property. And for the ListBox, I like to keep as a list. This is a search bar, so we'll call it as txt search. Okay, this is search button, so btn search. Now this is very important activity. Okay, the reason being is because when you do the VBA, you will be able to recall these objects on your screen. Okay, that's why it's preferred that you give a proper naming to these text boxes and the all the other objects. Okay, now as I said, we'll like to have buttons here. Now the thing is, we would like to have buttons for these forms. Now not all of these forms should be used by the regular journal user. Some of these are for maintaining the master data, for example, sections or fee type or fee structure. These objects are for the administration to take care of. But other than that, for example, collecting fee, it's day-to-day transactional data that you are going to create. So what I'm trying to say is we'll create 2 segments of the buttons, and then based on that we will populate our main menu. So first I would like to go and I would like to fetch this tab control. Sorry, not tab control. I would like to fetch this option group. Okay, and I'm going to put it here. We'll cancel it, and here it is. Okay, I'll expand the size of it, maybe a little. All right, I'll keep it here, and here I will change the journal menu. Is this menu? No, it's not menu spelling. There's something wrong. Maybe journal menu. All right, journal. Keep it general as of now. Okay, because I'm getting confused for some reason for menu. That's weird, but that's happening. Anyway, so we'll keep it as journal, and we'll make another one for administration. Okay, here we go, administration. Now let's reduce the text size further. We'll go to 9, and we'll choose the color black for this. Now double click again to optimize the size of it. Here we go. Now if we will go, we'll see a little segmentation in our menu, right? And this looks better. Okay, so later down the line we can look at the functionality of hiding administration buttons and controls for a certain group of people who doesn't have the rights for the administration, and they will only see these buttons. We can look into that. All right, but anyway, we'll go to design view, and let's have some buttons. So I would rather choose this button, copy it, and I'll paste it. I'll bring it here, expand the size, feel and look of it, and we have a button. All right, okay, now I don't want the red outline, so I'll get rid of it. However, I like to expand the button size, the height, sorry, and we need to decide what buttons we want. Okay, so for example, if we'll see our forms, what we want on the top in general menu is anyone should be able to create a student. So we want students, so manage students perhaps. Okay, then what we want is, let's give a name also at the same time so we don't have to come back. Let's finish it. All right, done. What else we want? Well, we want fee collection, right? So we want anyone who is operating this application should be able to collect the fee as well. And not only that, before that, admissions, right? So we'll manage admissions. Okay, there you go, and we'll say BTN admissions. Okay, so that's admissions button. Then what we would like to have is for day-to-day operation. Let's say and not employees. Academic month, admissions, no. Exam type, no. Fee collection, and this fee collection we would like to have here. So fee structure, fee type, main section of student. Okay, so we'd like to have fee collection here as well. Okay, fee collection. All right, let's give a name, BTN fee collection. All right, we would like to have another button for the general reports. Okay, and here we go, BTN general reports. Here we go. I think these are enough buttons. We'll copy another button, and now we'll create buttons for the administration menu. Okay, for administration menu, of course, it will be everything except these. So we'll say, first of all, manage employees. Okay, and we'll give a name here, BTN manage employees. Okay, and then we'll start from the top perhaps. So, you know, manage academic year. Okay, academic month will be very static, so we don't need to right now focus on that. Academic year, yes, we can. Admissions, we have it on the top. Classes, so here we'll say manage classes, and we'll change the name as well, BTN classes. Okay, then what do we have? Employees, we have got exam category, exam type. Okay, BTN manage exam category, exam type. Okay, fee structure, we'll change the location of these buttons. Manage fee structure. Okay, then we'll go fee type, manage fee type. All right, I forgot to give the name, BTN fee structure, and then BTN fee type. Okay, here we go. All right, fee structure, fee type. What else are we left with? Sections and subjects. Okay, sections, manage sections. Okay, BTN sections, and then manage subjects. So we have perfect height of our menu. So let's change this, BTN subjects. Here we go. Let's go to form view and see. Nice, very nice, right? So I've got controls buttons, okay, which you can use to fetch the information. And now this on the top is bit empty, right? Okay, let's fill it up. So this is also I like to do. So whatever I'm showing you, this is basically whatever I like to do, right? So we'll go and find a rectangle again. Okay, we'll make one rectangle, probably here. We'll change the width of it. Okay, so what we would like to do here, I'll go in form view, I'll find a text box or label. Generally I get the label, so I'll say students, you know. So basically this tile will show a summary of number of active students, right? So it's like a snapshot. So it will show the students information. Okay, here we go. And or you can say active students, however you wish to like to do it, you can. Okay, then you can say another tile, and this will be for active classes. oops, okay, active classes, all right, something like that. You can have another tile for perhaps what would be the other important information. I think it should be okay. We need to do one more thing before I go ahead. We need to have a text box here which will show the number. Okay, text box, or again a so let's say active students 120, something like that. It's a dummy number, but just okay, so let's change the font size to maybe 4. That's too much. 28 would be enough, and we'll go to the property sheet. We'll bring it in the center, so we'll go here in the bottom and we'll change the margin. Okay, so top margin maybe 0.2, yeah, no, 0.1, nope, 0.15, yeah, I think that's better. So you can do like that. You can put icons there that will make, you know, very fancy, that will make look very fancy. Perhaps I'll do it down the line, maybe, but you know, the idea is that you can active subjects, you know, the idea is you use this for any type of information that you want to summarize. All right, so let's say 13 active subjects, active faculty or faculty. I always have a hard time to faculty. Is this the spelling? I think so. Basically the teachers, number of teachers. So let's say we have 26 teachers, big operation. So like this, you can create some tiles which will show the important information. And by the way, this will not be static information. This will keep changing based on the number of students, the classes, the subjects, the faculty, and everything. What you can do, you can also have another thing, which is if you want, you know, for the management, the financials, right? So a snapshot of financials, so that also you can show on one of the tile. Now to have one more tile, I think we need to create a space, or we need to change the width of these tiles. So let's see, what is the width? So there we go. Let's change the width of all to this width. Here we go. Okay, so easy. You select all and you change the width. You select all and you change the height. That's how you do it. Okay, so we're getting closer. We're actually almost done. So like you can see, financials. Okay, so go to form viewer here, and here we go. Looks much better. So this is a skeleton of the dashboard. This is how I like to see the dashboard. And today we made a skeleton, which means we put the layout, we put everything in place. Now we have to make it dynamic, which means we have to link all of this, the list box, these tiles, these buttons, with some data. So we click on something and something happens. That is for sure next couple of videos. So if you're excited to see, then you know, stick around. And if you haven't subscribed, make sure you do and hit the bell icon, so whenever I upload the next video, you get a video notification. Also, tell me, how did you like this design of the dashboard? Tell me in the comments below. We will, of course, with the passage of time, we will keep changing it and we'll keep enhancing it. All right, that's it for today. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next one.